Hello and welcome to episode 3 of my Stardew Valley tutorial Let's Play series. This episode will be on the Wilderness Farm, which is one of the farms you can choose at the very beginning to start at. I have taken the liberty of creating the farm already, so I can skip through to getting a weapon, which I will show you in another episode, and it will be a good one. But for now, there was no point in showing you the Wilderness Farm unless I had a weapon, as the scythe just don't cut it as a weapon. And you'll see I've got a rusty sword, so just to quickly explain something to you. So this is the Wilderness Farm, and as you can see, you start off with plenty of farmland, and you start off with this big lake over here, but be in no doubt that fishing in this lake will be the same as with the generic default farmland farm, in that you will get lots of junk. Okay, I mean the junk is useful later on, but you won't get many fish because it's the same limitations as the other non-river valley farms. Okay, so let's take a quick look over here, and you'll see that this is all just farmland with trees and rocks and that shrine over there, and the cave there, so this is pretty much all the same. What's different with the Wilderness farm, of course, is the creatures. So how do you know when you can get your weapon? Now, as you know, you start on Monday. Okay, you start out on Monday when you very first enter your farm, and you have to wait to the Friday, the first Friday, this message will appear. So let's show you what it says. Okay, to our valued Jojar Mark customers, our team members have removed the landslide caused by our drilling operation near the mountain lake. I'd like to remind you that our drilling blah 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 blah. Basically what this is telling us, okay, is that now we will be able to go get into the mine. The reason you need to get into the mine is so you can get a weapon. Now, I know most of you won't know anything about where the mine is, what the mine is, or anything about that. Don't worry about that, okay, because I will be showing you all of that once I commence the normal flow of episodes. For now, I'm just demonstrating this Wilderness Farm. And so, on the Friday, you'll get that message. As soon as you see that message, you can then head off to the mine and get yourself the rusty sword. Okay, now that we have our rusty sword, let's walk around and show you a bit more of the deed. Now, observe the time, 7 PM. You're going to see soon that creatures will start spawning on our farm. Okay, so over here you can see it's all pretty much farmland filled with rocks and wood. What we're waiting for is the creatures, which is the reason what makes the Wilderness Farm special. Okay, so 7:30, I believe it's from 8 o'clock. So I've got my weapon ready. Equip your weapon in the very first slot, which is just my preference, because then you can use and put your pickaxe and your axe near it. That way you can easily switch between them. Okay, 8 PM, right, we should start to see some creatures appearing pretty soon. Come on, don't be shy. They are there somewhere. I'm sure. Here we go. Notice you've got to face the way the creature's coming from. Otherwise, they will just hit you. So you can see it starts with bats. Okay, good way to get bat wings. But let's advance a bit further. Notice I didn't use any of my energy. I've kept it all stored for this purpose of showing you the combat. Because every time when you're fighting, well, it hasn't used any energy. How strange. Normally I thought it would use up energy when you fight, but obviously not, because it's still full. I did lose a bit of health. Now, the other day when I was on the farm, 3 bats come at me at once, so it can be random. I mean, you see there it was just one bat, but I think that was very lucky, because the other day I had 3 bats come at me from different directions. Don't panic, they're going to get some hits in, some free hits, not a problem. When they're all, try and get them all over one side and then just turn around and face them all. Because when you swing your weapon, it does have a broad arc of all over this side, from top, bottom and middle. You can hit the bats that come into you. Okay, well, this is a pretty quiet... I was hoping for a bit more action than this. One single solitary bat. Well, it's a bit like the copper clusters, the copper nodes in the hilltop farm. It's random, I guess, each night. What... oh, here we go. Here's a different creature. What is it, a slime? So let's take care of the slime now. With the slimes, try and get them backed up against a wall or something, because then it'll make getting them easier. Otherwise they can keep jumping into you like that, which is not good. So I want to try and get him backed up into my house. There you go. I've got a bit of slime. So what we're saying here is, on your wilderness farm, as time progresses, different creatures can spawn. One at a time or multiples at a time. Now, I would only recommend the wilderness farm for experienced Stardew Valley players, because you could be coming back from a mining trip in the mine. You come into here, you've got just enough time to get to your bed before you're going to pass out because it gets too late, and a load of creatures will get in your way and they'll simply kill you. Or it could have been you was fighting in your mine, you've got low health, and so you come back to sleep to get more health, but a creature spawns in here as you're trying to walk through and it kills you. So only play the wilderness farm if you've been playing Stardew Valley a while and you're good with the combat. Not that there's a great deal to swinging the sword, of course, but you understand what I mean. You don't want to die, you don't want to ruin this beautiful game, so only do the wilderness farm if you are ready for it. I'm going to show you what happens if it gets too late and you don't sleep. Okay, so here I am, merrily picking parsnips and walking about my farm happily. But time is slipping by, and if it gets too late, what will happen, even though I'm full energy, you'll notice, so if you're out fishing, if you're out mining, if you're out doing something in a zone other than your farm, be very wary that at 2 AM you will collapse. What will happen? You will reawaken in your bed, but you will see there's a new notification. And it's basically, oh look, bugger off. You will notice there's a notification, and if you have a look, it's telling you the doctors charged you an extreme amount of money, in my opinion, for just getting you to your bed. Okay, so I've got 0, mind you, I think I had 0 gold anyway. So I don't think the doctor got anything. Anyway, there we are, there's the wilderness farm. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. We'll commence from the next episode with my River Valley farm, so we can continue a normal series. Goodbye.